Episode 122. Nanny Harper had seen through it all. After what seemed like an eternity, Jake finally gave up his load when Serena felt all her limbs were limp. It hurt so much. Serena had fainted twice while he was at it. The second time she woke up, she was in the bathtub. Jake was washing her body. Serena opened her eyes and immediately saw his gaze, mysterious as always. Noticing that she had woken up, and Jake suddenly looked at himself again, calmed and controlled. Seeing her ravished body, he pursed his lips and said quietly,
"Sorry. I wasn't able to control myself."
Having lived for 26 years, this was the first time that Jake had been so intimate with a woman while he was sober. He couldn't help being a bit too passionate. He had already checked her pussy, which was swollen and red, accusing him of his recklessness. Feeling guilty, Jake carefully scooped Serena from the bathtub. Lukewarm water dropped from her body. Serena saw Jake's wolfish gaze and immediately blushed. She reached out a hand to cover his eyes. "Don't look at me." Noticing that she was shy, he curled his lips and hugged her.
"Can I kiss you then?"
"No."
"Can I fuck you?"
With her cheeks burning, Serena shook her head. "No!" The pain between her legs made it even hard for her to clench. "It hurts." Serena looked down and saw the marks he left on her body had turned from red to purple, as if she had been beaten, looking miserable. Serena saw her own body and felt sullen. Pursing her lips, she asked, "Is your zodiac sign monster?" Jake smiled wider, looked down, sucked her lips deeply, and let her go after a long while. In a low voice, he said,
"To you, it is."
Then, he walked out with Serena in his arms. Despite her still wet skin, he placed her on the bed. Placing his legs between hers, he sealed her lips again, breathing heavily. Serena was scared, trying to push him away and whispering, "No!" He used his fingers to part her hair and whispered in a guilty tone,
"Does it hurt?"
"Yes!" Serena felt so sullen that she almost burst into tears. Jake tried not to smile, kissed her again, got up, and retrieved a jar of ointment, commanding,
"Spread your legs."
The simple instruction made Serena blush even more. Instead of spreading her legs, she clenched them. Seeing that she wanted to run away from him, Jake grabbed her ankles and pulled her close. "No!" Serena was about to cry. "It really hurts! Like, a lot!" Jake Robinson smiled, held her legs down and said,
"What are you thinking? I'm just trying to dress your wound."
He had put her through too much in the morning, so even if she wanted more, he would not dare give it to her. After all, she was his wife, and they had plenty of time to enjoy themselves. Serena saw what he was holding in his hand, and suddenly felt so embarrassed that she was speechless. Letting out a small cry, she buried her face in a pillow. It was all his fault not explaining himself. Hearing Jake's chuckles, Serena wished she had somewhere to hide. Putting her legs on his shoulders, Jake saw her tortured lady part and felt a mix of guilt and lust. "Calm down, Jake Robinson." Inhaling deeply, Jake dipped his finger into the jar and gently applied it on her pussy. The cooling effect of the ointment eased her pain. Serena put a pillow on top of her face and did not mean to remove it. Holding back his lust, Jake finished applying the ointment, took the pillow off of her face and said,
"Done. Get dressed and let's go eat."
Standing up and opening the closet, Jake picked out a white, sleeveless maxi dress for her. Since the summer was almost gone, Jake thought about it and changed the dress for a yellow dress with sleeves. Then he found her some lingerie as well. Serena was mortified seeing him holding her clothing. "I can put it on."
"I'll help you."
"No, you go out. I can do it myself." Serena covered her body with the comforter and blushed, seizing the bra in his hand. Disregarding her protest, Jake lifted the comforter and made her nude body sit on his knees. Serena froze. Clearly feeling the hot bulge, she did not even dare to move. Jake approached her and purred into her ears.
"Let me dress you."
With his hot breath on her face, Serena blushed even more. Even the tip of her ears became flaming. This man was evil. Serena found that she had no way to resist him, because she was utterly enjoying it. Jake helped her get dressed with clumsy hands. Serena did not even dare to have any eye contact with him. When he eventually managed to zip her in, she jumped away barefooted. Jake was amused and reminded her,
"Shoes?"
"Oh!" Putting on her shoes, Serena went to the bathroom and found her outfit very conservative. With a high collar, the dress hid all the crazy marks underneath, not revealing anything. The length of the sleeves was also perfect for the current weather. Serena dried her hands and felt sweet. Jake was her man. She opened the door and walked out with a grin. Affected by her joy, Jake also looked a lot softer than he used to be. When he took her hand and walked down the stairs with her, Nanny Harper looked knowingly at them. Checking the time, she gasped, "Oh my, it's past 1 p.m. Come have lunch. It's still warm." Serena's face burned. For some reason, she felt that clever Nanny Harper had seen through it all. Under Nanny Harper's investigative gaze, Serena ate her lunch silently. The landline rang. Nanny Harper answered the call, and her expression changed. Turning her head, she said, "Mr. Robinson, your father." Jake put down his bowl and chopsticks, took the phone and said,
"Dad?" "You brat, come home right away."
His dad sounded furious. After a pause, he added,
"Come back alone. Don't bring your wife with you."